Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. Are you ready to speak with intent? My name is Samantha Allenderry. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We are a nonprofit 501c3 nonprofit organization solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's around the world regain and retain your speech and your communication and minimize future swallowing problems. So that's why we exist. And daily practice is so important that we have committed to having a session for you available Monday through Friday live, and then also having recordings that you can use at any time. Today's topic, everybody say this with intent. Now let's say it together with more intent. Ready? Snowy cities. Again. Snowy cities. That is today's topic. Are you joining us from a snowy city? Dallas might be snowy tomorrow. We might get a whole millimeter of snow and the whole city will shut down. But are you joining us from a snowy city? Let's take a sip of water with intent and then we'll get started. The name of our program is Speak Out. I want you to do this first exercise. We say in cursive. I want you to connect the sounds. You don't have to do it all on one breath, but you shouldn't have to take maybe 3 breaths. So we want to avoid doing each one on one breath. So we don't want it to be may, me, my. I want you to try to connect as many as you can and project your voice forward. Speak out. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. On that example, I connected 4 and then I had to take a breath. Try to connect as many as you can. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. The key is that the sound is in front of you, so I don't want you to connect too many and the sound, you're squeezing it out and you're not speaking out anymore. Okay, speak out the whole time. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Don't think about the breathing. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Very good. Take a sip of water. After we do the cognitive and the reading and the cognitive, I'm going to give you some suggestions, some remedies for dry mouth. We had a question come in, and I know that's something that is a problem for a lot of people, so we're going to talk about that after we do the cognitive. The second speak out exercise is the ah. Deliberately open the mouth wide and project that ah forward. Here we go. Ah. We're trying to keep it strong and consistent. The sound should be clear. It shouldn't sound raspy. Let's do it again. Do you find that you're tensing up or your shoulders are going up or you seem real tense here, try to relax. You don't want to hurt the voice. Ready? Let the float out in front of you. Let's do it again. You're trying to keep it from trailing off, but again, you don't want it to go to the back. I would rather you cut it off shorter and have it nice and strong and speaking out than to try to hold it longer and be squeezing those sounds out. Let's do another one. Nice and easy. We are controlling our voice. Let's do one more. Good job. Let's take a sip of water and then we'll move on to the glides. By the way, how was your weekend? Did you do something with intent this weekend? I hope you did. Besides speaking with intent and swallowing with intent, what else did you do? All right. The third speak out exercise is the glide. I want you to project a nice and easy in front of you and then slowly glide up. Here we go. Stop. Sound always in front of you. Let's do it again. Stop. This is not easy. Do you know how sometimes people with Parkinson's don't have as much expression when they're talking? Their voice might be somewhat monotone. We're trying to avoid that. In order for your voice not to be monotone, the vocal folds need to be more flexible and be stretching. So when you're gliding up, they're stretching one way. When you're gliding down, they're stretching a different way. So it's really important to be able to change your pitch. Try to get as many little notes in there as you can. If you think about that, it will be easier. So listen to me first. All the little notes. Ready? Together. Let's take a sip of water, then we'll do a couple more. We're not done yet. Water first. All right, two more. We're going to think about the little notes going up and same thing, little notes going down. Let's use a lot of intent. Ready? Very good. One more. working with intent. I am so proud of you for doing your exercises today. Take another sip of water, then we'll do the counting. Motivation can be challenging for people with Parkinson's. That's one of the reasons. Probably the main reason. Well, no, it's not the main reason anymore. When we started these sessions in March of 2020, the main reason was we wanted our patients to make sure they kept doing their exercises. We didn't want them to stop doing the exercises when we had to shut down the clinic due to the pandemic. Did you hear how I had to say every word with intent? But now, we've discovered that people with Parkinson's everywhere can benefit, so that's why we do them now. But we're helping you establish a consistent home practice routine. Let's go ahead and do the counting. Connect these numbers. We don't want 1, 2, 3. No, connect them. That requires more breath support. Don't think about the breathing, just think about speaking out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and backwards. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With intent. 10, 11, 12. Now backwards. 12, 11, 10. Stop. 9, 8, 7. We're exaggerating. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I know we normally only do 3, but we did 4 instead. How was it? We didn't take a break in between those 4 segments. So, did you use intent? Take some water. All right, we're going to move on to the reading. Whoa, who can tell me where this is? Say it with intent. All right, let's read this sentence with intent. Reading builds strength and endurance. What we're going to do, we're going to do something a little different today. I want you to read each sentence twice. Exaggerate the highlighted words each time. Ready? Do you live in a snowy city like Niagara Falls? Do you live in a snowy city like Niagara Falls? Were you able to speak out the whole time? We're going to make it a little bit more challenging. Read the sentence twice. Burlington, Vermont averages 72 inches of snow a year. Burlington, Vermont averages 72 inches of snow a year. Were you able to keep speaking out? Did you start to squeeze words out because you were trying to say too many the coordination of the breathing, taking the air and out, air in and out, and taking appropriate breaths. I don't want you to think about the breathing, but that is a challenge for people with Parkinson's. Focus on throwing every word forward. You will take the breath you need. Let's do the next one. Ready? The average snowfall in Anchorage, Alaska is 77.9 inches. Again, the average snowfall in Anchorage, Alaska is 77.9 inches. Oh my gosh. All right, next one. Ready? The annual average in Boulder is 92.8 inches. Coming from Dallas, I can't even imagine that. Ready? We were supposed to read it twice. Let's do it again. Read twice. The annual average in Boulder is 92.8 inches. The average, ready? The annual. The annual average in Boulder is 92.8 inches. Again, the annual average in Boulder is 92.8 inches. All right, twice we'll read this sentence. Ready? The average in Syracuse, New York is 127.8 inches. Again, the average in Syracuse, New York is 127.8 inches. Oh my goodness. Next. Buffalo and Rochester are more snowy cities in New York. Again, Buffalo and Rochester are more snowy cities in New York. I should have stretched that. Stretch New York. New York. Again, New York. Anybody practicing with us from New York, Boulder, Anchorage? Read the sentence again 2 times and stretch out New York. Ready? Buffalo and Rochester are more snowy cities in New York. Again, Buffalo and Rochester are more snowy cities in New York. Take a sip of water. If you struggle with the bonus reading that we do at the end of our sessions, one way to ease into it and to get your speech mechanism stronger is to read every sentence twice. So I do recommend that y'all download the reading material, take what you learned in these sessions, and then practice. All right, describe the images. Tell us where it is. Tell us what you see. Describing pictures is a great way to work on speaking with intent in conversation. Go ahead. Makes me cold just looking at it. Let's read what Lisa wrote. St. Louis, Gateway Arch, frozen water, trees. So you see, you can just describe like that, okay? And this works on word finding also. Where is this? Describe the picture, every word with intent. Let's read what Lisa came up with. Chicago, John Hancock Tower, dusk, icebergs. Now you look at the picture again and describe it with even more intent. Use your very best voice. All right, we're moving ahead. Describe this picture with lots of intent. That is a beautiful picture, by the way. All right, let's read every word with intent. Washington, D.C., United States Capitol, flag, bare trees. Are you saying every word with intent? Or were you concentrating? Were the words going in front of you? Let's do that again. Washington, D.C., United States Capitol, flag, bare trees. Next, read this. Describe the picture with intent. Let's read together. Boston, public garden, duck statues, shoveled path, sunny day. So when you describe again, you're trying to use as many words as you can. So lots of snow, sunny day, things like that. Just describe with intent. All right. While you're getting your water, I'm going to go over some suggestions, and these are actually recommendations from you, from your fellow online friends. We had this topic before, and several people sent in recommendations for dry mouth. That was the question. Do you have that problem? I definitely have that problem because I'm on so much allergy medicine, and it's amazing. Tell me if this is familiar. You might be thinking, oh gosh, my mouth is so dry, I need to go get some water, but you don't do it. Then it's the next hour. Okay, let's not do that anymore. Here are some suggestions. Here we go. So, topic, dry mouth, and Lena is going to post this so you can download this too. So here are recommendations from your fellow online friends. Let's read the first one together. Drink water. Say it again. Drink water. Are you one of those people that just don't like to drink a lot of water? Well, a little trick, you could maybe put a little juice in there in a fourth of your glass, fill the rest up with water. That might help you. I know some people say don't use a straw if you have swallowing problems. Well, everybody is different. Sometimes people do better with a straw because they can control the liquid. So if a straw bothers you, don't use it. But I will say when I drink water from a straw, I tend to drink more. So maybe that would be a little tip, okay? If you're currently drinking 3 cups of water, maybe try to increase it to 4 or 5, okay? Try to drink a little bit more than you normally do. This is one I added. Does your toothpaste dry out your mouth? There are certain brands of toothpaste I cannot use. There is one that I used for several years, and I don't know why I don't use it as much, but it's called OxyFresh. I don't know if you are familiar with those products. I think you can find them on Amazon, and I'm sure there is an ingredient, and maybe there's somebody online that knows what that ingredient is in toothpaste that we want to avoid that is drying out our mouth. But the OxyFresh products, I actually do like them, and they have a mint toothpaste and a mouthwash that doesn't burn your mouth. Again, what ingredient is it? I'm not sure, but I like those products. Another one somebody recommended, Xylamelts, so you can look that up. Biotin, chewing sugar-free gum. One person says that when they eat oranges, they feel better and their mouth isn't as dry, okay? In addition to oranges, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if any of you like Jell-O, but Jell-O is another form of liquid. So that's another way, if you're not crazy about water, you could use maybe Jell-O buy some Jell-O cups. Also broth. That's not on the list, but broth is liquid, so that might be something to help you. I added this. Caffeine dries out the mouth. Okay, it dries out the mouth. Sometimes there are certain tea, like if I make hot tea, if it's caffeinated, it really dries out my mouth. I can tell a big difference. So perhaps choose decaffeinated tea, coffee, sodas. Choose a 7-Up over, let's say, Coke. The dark sodas are the ones with the caffeine usually. But just check on that. But if you have a choice, don't take my coffee away from me in the morning. You won't want to be around me. It's not really that bad. But I know there are some people like that, but I need my coffee. But if you drink the coffee in the morning, then make sure you drink some water to offset it. Also, alcohol dries out the mouth. Have you ever had maybe a glass of wine in the evening or a after dinner drink in the evening, and in the middle of the night your mouth is really dry? Alcohol dries out the mouth, so be aware of that. Drink more water afterwards. Consult with your pharmacist. And you know what? There is one item here. Oh, we skipped humidifier. Humidifier, you can use that at night. I know that they are a hassle. You need to find one that just doesn't make a mess all over your table. But if in the middle of the night, especially if you sleep with your mouth open, you're a mouth breather, a humidifier actually could help. Also, turning on the steamy water over a sink and letting the mist come up, that can help with it too. I hope those tips are helpful to you. All right, let's go ahead and do Dr. Boone's words. All right, each word twice only. Speak out. Ready? Gu la gung ga ga. Gu la gung ga ga. The next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. Before we do the bonus reading, take a sip of water if you need it. I do want to mention we are supposed to have snow in the Dallas area. Our clinic follows the Richardson Independent School District, okay? So if they are closed, we will be closed. But sometimes we have to close when they don't. For example, several years ago when our entire parking lot was one sheet of ice. So call the clinic if you have an appointment in the clinic. Call before you come over here and just watch for your email, okay? All right. Bonus reading. I'm sorry, let me switch to the other. All right, bonus reading. What conditions are needed for snow? I love these topics that Lisa comes up with. You're so great, Lisa. All right, ready? Oh, let me also tell you, even if it snows, we are having this practice session. I live about maybe 400 steps from the clinic. My husband said he will get me to the clinic so I can do these online sessions. So I will be here. And if for some reason there's some emergency, we will have a video posted, maybe a previous one, and we'll post it. And that's only in case of emergency if for some reason the equipment isn't working when I get in here. Okay, we will still have that. All right. Ready? Let's read with intent and exaggerate. We're only going to be able to read about a minute. Here we go. It may surprise you to find out that the snowiest places in the United States aren't always the coldest places. Let's read that again. Ready? It may surprise you to find out that the snowiest places in the United States aren't always the coldest places. There are several conditions needed for snow. Of course, it must be cold, specifically below freezing, both in the atmosphere and near the ground. Additionally, warm, moist air must meet cold air, forcing it to lift over the frigid air mass. That's all the time we have to read, but you can tell that that type of bonus reading is much more challenging. It's much more challenging to speak out and to concentrate on getting your voice in front of you. But regular conversation is not the typical sentences we have. So I encourage you to download the reading material from today, even though it's challenging, and work on it. Can you make it through the whole reading, speaking out? Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be here even if we have snow in Dallas, and we will post a video if there's some emergency and for some reason I can't do it live, but I am planning on doing it live. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.